What's going on, man? And welcome back to the Principles of Man. I'm your host, J.E. Black. Subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Special shout out to those who've already subscribed to my channel. If you like my content, share it with all your male relatives, especially the young men. They need guidance. They need somebody to teach them. They need us old schoolers and us vets to school them on the system that they're dealing with, about life in general, especially with this child support and having these baby mama situations. So the title of today's video is Baby Mamas and Child Support Part 2. Because our young men, they're out here screwing. They're having sex with all these women. They're knocking up 3 and 4 different women at the same time, and they have no idea of the hell that they're getting ready to endure when it comes to this child support system, because this system is crooked. It's designed to fuck you over, take your money, and you can't do a goddamn thing about it. Now, in video 1, we talked about how they'll give her free insurance and pay for the baby to be born, and they won't bother you. So our young men think, okay, man, it's cool. I ain't got to pay no money. She getting it free. You know, it ain't shit. I ain't worried about it. But see, what the young men don't understand is they'll wait child support and wait for you to establish yourself. They'll wait till you be on your job for 2 or 3 years and get yourself established. You got your house, you got your car, you're comfortable. And then one day, you're going to get paid, and about 65 to 75% of your check is going to be gone. You see, this is where the shit comes in now. So they're going to be garnishing your check for $400 to $500, maybe $600 per payday. And then a goddamn thing you can do about it. Because see, now you got current and you got back support getting taken out your check. You see, the money for the hospital bills and for her being pregnant, that's going to be considered your back support. And that can be $150 to $200 a payday. Then you got your current support, which is what's going to go towards the payments that you're making now for the child. You see, they got a way of fucking you over when it comes to this current and back support. And they mix the two. So now you're getting $400 to $500 to $600 pulled out of your paycheck every payday. And it makes it hard for you to make it. You can't pay your car note. You can't pay your rent. You can't buy groceries. You can't even put any gas in your goddamn car. And that's the whole point. They want to allow you to get comfortable and get settled in. Then they want to come in and take your money. You see, they'll wait till you start to establish yourself. And they wait for you to have something to lose. That's when they come in and take your fucking money. Now, you're thinking, damn, they're taking half my paycheck. What am I going to do? I'll get a second job. So you go out and get you a second job. And you're working this second job. You know, and it's picking up the slack from the money that you're losing from the current and back child support order. Now, you're barely able to see your kid. You're barely able to spend any time with her, with your daughter or your son, whatever you have, because you're working this second job to make ends meet. Now you got this baby mama bitching and complaining your ear about you not helping with the kid. You're not spending any time with her. You're not over there. You're not available to her. But you're still saying, well, shit. Hell, how am I going to make it? I got to work 2 jobs. Now you see, fellas, you see the shit you get yourself into, fellas? This is the shit you get yourself into when you out there going raw. And you're having unprotected sex with all these women and thinking it's all good. See, nobody sat you down and told you that there's a price to pay when you go out having sex with a bunch of women. And this child support system is the price that you're going to pay. Now, they've taken your money out your check. You went and got a second job. Here it is a couple of weeks later. Your second job is being garnished for the same thing as your first. Now you're like, well, goddamn, I'm paying child support on one. Why are they taking out the other? So you call up there and they're going to say, well, you know what? We got a system that runs your name every week to find out where you work and how much money you make. And that's what they have. They got a system that runs your name every week. And so you're telling them, well, you guys are getting your money out the other paycheck. Why don't you guys stop taking money out of my second check? Okay, we'll do it. But it might take 2 or 3 months for us to get that order to stop. You see, now you're fucked over again. Because they're getting the same payment out of both jobs. Now you don't have shit else to live on. You're really broke now. And they'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months before they decide to pull that second garnishment off your second job. See, fella, this is the trap that you get into when you go out here knocking up all these women and you end up in the child support system. This is the trap. I'm telling you, young men, you need to pay attention to what J.E. Black is telling you. I'm telling you, man, you go out here fucking around, going raw, hitting all these women, thinking that makes you a man, thinking that makes you a pimp or a player. No, son, it makes you a fool. Because the more women you knock up, the more you're going to pay into the system. You see, my daddy used to tell me, son, there's a price to pay for being ignorant. My daddy called it ignorant taxes. You see, that's the price. That's the price you young men are paying. When you go around doing ignorant shit, and you knocking up all these bras having these babies, and they start garnishing your check and taking all your money, you're paying an ignorant tax and a price to pay for being a fool. If you don't listen to anything I'm telling you, young men, stay out the child support system. The system is designed, I call it the PPP. I call it the pussy pipeline to prison. Because see, if you get 6 months behind on your child support, they're going to make you do 6 months in the county. Now, if you get $40,000, $50,000 and $60,000 in the hole in child support because you got 5 baby mamas with 5 different kids, they're going to send you to prison. And you'll sit out that time. And hell, I don't know if that can be $20 to $30 a day until you pay off $50,000 in child support debt. And even while you're in prison, the interest and the debt is still stacking up. Because see, without you there, child support for this chick and for your child, the state is steadily wolfing out money. So even while you locked up in prison, you're still collecting debt. Now you got yourself in this big ass situation. You're getting your money took. You're stressed out. You don't get to spend no time with your kid because you're working 2 or 3 times jobs trying to make it. Fellas, I'm telling you right now, man, don't go raw. Stop having sex with all these women. Unprotected sex. You don't want to get no baby mama. Because see, when you knock her up, like I said in the first video, she's got your ass. You see this Section 8 stuff? Getting a free apartment, you get a rent check, you get free food stamps. This is a hustle to some women. See, the Section 8 program was made back in '74. And it was an agreement that the state would provide low-income housing to poor people, including blacks, Hispanics, and whites. And a little bit of information for you people who think that black people are the only one that on state assistance. 49% of the people on state assistance are white, 33 black, and 13 Hispanic. But anyway, if a woman has a bastard child, she gets free rent, she gets a free check, she gets free food stamps, and she gets all kind of other assistance from the state if she has a bastard kid, a kid without a father. Now you sit up and think these women are getting this free assistance, and it's not like they're living in high-class neighborhoods. They're living in the projects. High crime, drugs, all kind of crazy shit. And you wonder why some women would bring 3 and 4 kids up in a situation like that. It's because they're selfish and because it's a hustle. You see, having kids by 3 and 4 different men, it's a future investment for some of these women. Because you think, damn, you live in a neighborhood where crime is running rampant and it's just crazy out here. Why would you bring more kids into that situation? They bring more kids in that situation because it's a hustle. And you're a part of it, young man. If you knock her up, she's guaranteed 18 years of Section 8. She's guaranteed 18 years of child support. She's guaranteed 18 years of food stamps, all on your tab. Because you're going to pay for it, young man. I need you young men to think for a minute. Use the head on the top instead of the head on the bottom. Because when a woman meets you, she can look at you as a future investment. If I get pregnant by him, I'm guaranteed all these benefits for 18 years. Young men, don't fool yourself. Don't fall into the trap. Use some protection because you want to have a kid with a woman that you're married to so that all that money can stay in one household instead of it going to her and she taking it out, fucking it off on some shit that don't even mean nothing. 'Cause I'm tell you something, fellas. Let's just keep it real, keep it 100 here. That child support money that go to that woman, she ain't spending it on your fucking kid. She's spending it on herself. Now, I'm not saying all women are like this. Shit, but 85% of them are. You see, some women are some cold pieces. These baby mamas are some cold pieces of work. Take, for instance, Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa. Now, she married this dude and stayed married to him for 1 whole fucking year. I don't think he saw what was coming. She came in, she married him for 1 year, had a kid with him. Now, when they got a divorce, part of her prenup, she gets $1 million cash to walk away. But check it out, she get $15,000 a month in fucking child support from this man. And that's an 18 fucking year contract that he got to live out. You see what I'm saying? She hustled him. See, that's for some of you guys. You guys go in there and you let that pussy take over you. You can't let pussy rule you. You guys got to start thinking. So gentlemen, don't fall into the trap. Don't go raw. Don't impregnate some woman that you don't like. Don't impregnate some woman that you're not going to be with. Better yet, somebody that you're not going to marry. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in this child support system. And they're going to ruin your life. Emotionally, physically, mentally. Use your head, fellas. And don't go raw. I thank you for listening. This is the Principles of Man. I'm your host, J.E. Black. And remember, fellas, it's the principle of the situation.